Welcome to Fortune Forecast. I am Daisy Raisler, your hostess, and you've been joining me as I've been going through the pages of The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. It was published in 1910 and it is in the public domain. My takeaway from the previous chapter was he was reminding us that we really need to have that mindset of seeing possibilities and of staying away from fear-based thoughts and doubting ourselves, and to catch ourselves and reprogram ourselves back with that idea that, we need to have that mindset of advancing. My favorite part really was when he said, train yourself to think of and to look out on the world as something that is becoming, something that is growing, and to see that if anything is, I would say, negative or dark, he used the word evil, but I'm just kind of going to use it. Anything that wants to present itself as doubt and fear in my life, to see it as something that is just undeveloped, and to speak everything in a way that it's progressing forward, something that is developing. And to do anything other than that would be to deny our faith. And you know what? That hits me like a brick wall, because if we don't see things in the most beautiful way, in the most, like when we look at the skies, even when it's thundering and the lightning bolts are going through the sky, there's something beautiful in that. Or, when we see the ocean as it's moving, there's something beautiful in that. When we see a little ant with a little grain of sand moving just, with such purpose, there's something beautiful in that. And that's where we need to keep our mind in, that everything is moving towards becoming. It's always growing. And when we do that and embrace that forward mentality and expansion, I think that we make a deep connection to that creative force and with God. Anyway, what do you think? Leave me your thoughts and idea. What was your takeaway on this chapter, and how do you feel about that? And is there anything that resonates with you in your personal life? I'd love to know. Okay, let's move on to chapter 17. The summary of getting rich. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. Otherwise, he cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. Man may come into full harmony with the formless substance by entertaining a lively and sincere gratitude for the blessings it bestows upon him. Gratitude unifies the mind of man with the intelligence of substance, so that man's thoughts are received by the formless. Man can remain upon the creative plane only by uniting himself with the formless intelligence through a deep and continuous feeling of gratitude. Man must form a clear and definite mental image of the things he wishes to have, to do, or to become, and he must hold this mental image in his thoughts, while being deeply grateful to the Supreme that all his desires are granted to him. The man who wishes to get rich must spend his leisure hours in contemplating his vision, and in earnest thanksgiving that the reality is being given to him. Too much stress cannot be laid on the importance of frequent contemplation of the mental image, coupled with unwavering faith and devout gratitude. This is the process by which the impression is given to the formless and the creative forces set in motion. The creative energy works through the established channels of natural growth and of the industrial and social order. All that is included in his mental image will surely be brought to the man who follows the instructions given above and whose faith does not waver. What he wants will come to him through the ways of the established trade and commerce. In order to receive his own when it shall come to him, man must be active. And this activity can only consist in more than filling his present place. He must keep in mind the purpose to get rich through the realization of his mental image. And he must do every day all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. He must give to every man a use value in excess of the cash value he receives, so that each transaction makes for more life. And he must so hold the advancing thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom he comes in contact. The man and woman who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. And this concludes Chapter 17 and final chapter of the book written by Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich.